Hi guys, welcome. Invisibility Vault, Joanna here. This is a very much needed Facebook Live where I want to share with you a topic that isn't spoken about out loud, that many female, specifically entrepreneurs, are afraid to admit that this is how they feel in their businesses. And I'm going to share with you a personal story that I have experienced this week that has led to a quantum shift in who I am as a person, quantum shift in my business, quantum shift in how my clients are moving, what's happening. And I really believe that it's going to resonate with many of you in here. I just felt called, I need to speak this out loud. Yesterday when I was on a call with my mentor, the topic of jealousy and the fear of being abandoned by your clients if you recommend them to somebody else was so potent, was so valid, was so present. And I would have thought that at first there's not that many women who can admit openly that they do have jealousy in them. They often do feel jealous when somebody moves over to another mentor, when clients say no to you, when clients decide not to join your containers, and you get triggered and you get upset and you won't admit it out loud. So I'm gonna admit it and say it out loud for some of you because I know that's how you feel, and I also know with every single cell in my body that this is what's massively capping your income. It's massively capping the ability of your business to scale to the next level, to attract next level clients, to attract the next level income. Like you cannot grow your business to the next level if you have these two in place. I'm going to share with you my story and how it all evolved when I was presented with an opportunity to share an event, which some of you may have seen already, what I've been very openly and eagerly promoting over the last 3 days since the beginning of the week. And it's the experiment event with one of my mentors, Sheena Ruskin. And she took us through a somatic practice at the beginning of this week. And what came up in this practice was this deep sense of jealousy in my body. Say hello if you're watching live. There was this deep sense of jealousy in my body that I recognized because I knew it showed up in my body many times before. But what I chose to do with it before was to just shove it down and not to try to even understand what my body was trying to say. And I knew intuitively, I just knew I had to tap into this jealousy. I also realized that by my mentor's invitation to start sharing this challenge with others, there's this deep fear of being abandoned by my clients if I share them to her also showed up. And I kid you not, it was so uncomfortable to be in that situation and also to admit to myself that this is what I was feeling. I knew there and then that I had to shift it. It's not that I had to release it, and I'm going to speak to that as well. It's not that I had to release it because it's not about releasing. It's not about getting rid of it. It's about redirecting energy to how you want to feel instead. And I went into our VIP group and I asked my mentor a question. I said, this is what I'm experiencing. I've noticed this deep sense of jealousy and fear of being abandoned. After you've asked us to promote this event, what do I do with it? Like, I fully comprehend that I have to work through this, but what do I do? So I asked the question. I was at the gym at that time, and before I even received the response, and it was literally within a couple of minutes, my body told me exactly what I needed to do. And guess what that was? My intuition and my body spoke to me. If you're afraid of your clients leaving you, if you're afraid of owning the fact that you still have that jealousy, if they choose her over you, then that's exactly what you need to do. You need to invite people into this experiment. That was it. That was the message I got. And I remember in that moment feeling this sense of, fuck, okay, let me do it. Let me do it and see what happens. And that's how I approach everything in my business. with how I run my programs, how I teach my clients how to manifest amazing things in their businesses and lives, is not with this set of expectation, just staying open to all the possibilities and what happens. I said, okay, let me do this. And I crafted a message on Monday morning, and I posted it in this group. I posted it in a group where I've got over 71 people from my selling counseling certificate and all the other groups that I was a part of. And I also sent an email out. And within the first couple of hours, guess what happened? 5 people said yes. And I remember feeling this sense of, oh my gosh, it actually doesn't feel that scary. Like that jealousy, that fear wasn't there anymore. And it was also when one of my private one-on-one clients messaged me and said, Joanna, I just want to tell you that I so deeply appreciate you, and my respect for you grew even more to the fact that you invited me into this, that you shared a part of your world and you didn't just keep it to yourself. You actually invited me in, and in my eyes, you grew in leadership so much more. And this was such a beautiful confirmation to me, guys. And when I shared a couple of days ago that it took me literally less than 2 hours to break through one of the biggest caps in my business, it was that. It was exactly that. Doing what my body, what my mind was fearing the most. And when I received that message, I felt so much peace in my body. The pattern of being jealous of other success, and I know like your logical mind is going to go like, I'm not jealous of anyone else's success. I can guarantee you at some point in your life you have been. You might be even now. You look at others, and it may not just be this visceral jealousy, but you might look at others succeeding and thinking, why am I not further ahead? Let me know in the comments if that is resonating. Why am I so far behind? Why is it so much easier for them than me? I am doing so much. That's also jealousy. And this fear of being abandoned. What if they do leave me? What if they do go and sign up with her? I had to redirect that shift. And what it made me understand, what it made me remember actually, was the fact that I am my own fucking source. Clients do not come to us, they come through us. When you are so tapped into this belief and into this self-concept that clients come to me because I've already decided that they are working with me. Clients are paying me because I've already decided that I'm worthy of being paid. Clients are happy to jump into my offers because I've decided that I'm valuable, worthy, amazing enough. So they just become a reflection. They become a mirror of that. But if you have the pattern of jealousy, pattern of holding on to fear of them leaving, this will massively cap you in receiving more, because you're always going to have that undertone. Okay, what if they leave? So let me overgive, let me do too much, let me just make sure like I sweeten them up and everything. That doesn't come from the identity of, I know that I'm good enough as I am, and if they choose to leave, that's absolutely fine. I am my own source, which means I can manifest more clients because there's an infinite supply of clients, money, resources. The universe is abundant. But you have to have that identity and that mindset and that belief locked in your body so deeply that even if they do leave, even if you do see somebody celebrating, doing better than you, and maybe even having been in the same container, doing the same thing, and noticing like, okay, she's having so much more success than I am. Like, why the fuck is this happening? We're doing exactly the same. And what that led to, guys, was not only me crashing through this limiting pattern, like literally in 2 hours. In the days happening, the floodgates of new clients inquiring happened like this. Opportunities are literally popping up left and center. Why? Because I've changed. Nothing externally changed. Apart from the fact that now, as of now, let me refresh my computer, I have recommended 23, it was 22 before jumping, on this live, 23 people have come into the experiment program that I'm recommending. And we are creating such amazing community. We're creating the legacy. Not only they are benefiting because they are learning so much more about the power of somatics and getting your nervous system, getting your body on board. It's not about regulating. It's not about being safe. It's none of that bullshit, okay? Because it's the expansion power is not found in safety. It's found when you move. It's found in actual discomfort. The more you're trying to regulate yourself, stay calm, stay safe, the more you cap yourself, actually. That is the biggest paradox, which I also learned this year, which is why I never really resonated with, we need to feel safe, we need to feel regulated and grounded and all of that bullshit. No. The biggest shift in 2 hours happened when I was I wasn't forced, I made the decision to move through this discomfort. That's when the biggest shift happened. Okay, and now not only 23 people, 23 amazing women joined the experiment. The feedback that we're hearing is absolutely incredible. What the side effect of that is, for me personally, is there's literally zero jealousy left in my body. Honestly, zero. Because there's something bigger that's opened up for me. Ideas have been flooding my mind like there's no tomorrow. And I've also become one of the top three affiliates for this program, which means that I'm getting rewarded for letting go of my own bullshit. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because if you have ever experienced any of these patterns and you saw my post inviting you to step into this container, then I highly recommend that you do. It's only $33 and it lasts 30 days. And every single day, Sheena is taking us through a somatic practice that challenges those beliefs, and literally you're able to shift them in less than 10 minutes. And it's all to do with shattering your income glass ceiling. It's not about staying safe or anything. It's about you being able to shatter your income glass ceiling. And you do that when you face discomfort, not when you decide to feel safe. So if you do want to join that and you've already perhaps asked me, but you haven't responded to my message, open the freaking message and sign up now. You will not recognize yourself by the end of July. My whole identity and my energy has literally changed in the last 4 days. And I was saying to one of my one-on-one clients, like, I've been literally feeling waves of like orgasmic joy coming through my body. I've got an event coming in September that literally popped into me today. And I know that my money experience course, which I'm starting next Tuesday, it's a 10-week group coaching program on how to move away from chasing your clients and becoming the woman that clients seek, is taking this to a whole new level. I am teaching there how to become the woman who's already decided that clients and the next level money that you desire is yours. I am sick and tired of hearing women who do actually desire more money in their life saying, I'm not doing this for the money. Then what are you doing it for? Admit it to yourself that you are desiring this for other reasons. But if you're telling yourself, I'm not doing this for this, I'm doing this for that, you're kidding yourself. And that's my mission, to unapologetically show women how to allow themselves to desire money for the sake of desiring money. And yes, then take the impact to a whole new level. Absolutely. But this is where you learn how to literally become the person who no longer hassles, who no longer chases clients, who no longer works really hard. We shift the beliefs of, I need to work really hard in order to get paid. I need to overgive in order for clients to love me. None of that. This is where you literally learn how to create a business life and attract more money and clients through the real feminine and magnetic way. Principles of feminine manifestation. Stuff that actually works. In our first live version of this program, one of my clients' tax bill was wiped out completely. All the clients have manifested money, trips, all sorts of different things when they started applying the principles that I'm teaching in the money experience. And it's funny enough, some of the changes that happened during that program weren't even money related. Like, relationships improved, health has improved for so many of my clients, sleep has improved. Why? Because you got back to you. You stopped giving your power away to external validation, external forces, the likes and the comments and the validation, and you learn how to come back to you and get that power back from yourself. Remember that you are the source. That is what I'm teaching. What I said earlier on in this message, I remember I literally had a taste of my own teachings in this, because I had to come back to the remembering, hold on a second, I am the source. I am the source. I will manifest anything I want, like this. So if you are interested either in joining the experiment, it's $33 for 30 days. The program has already begun. Today is day 4. If you're ready to take it to a whole new level, especially when it comes to money and client attraction, then Money Experience is for you. We start on Tuesday. It's a 10-week group coaching program. I am very careful about who I actually invite into this program, who gets in. So if you are interested in knowing more, drop me a DM. I will ask you some questions, because I do want to make sure that this is the right program for you. Okay? So I hope you found this message helpful, resonating, and sometimes the things that nobody else say is what I feel I have to say. I don't know why, but that's always been me. Uncomfortable subjects that other people aren't willing to speak about, I will say, and I know that this will shatter some stupid limiting beliefs for many and start awakening something in you. And if you're ready to take it to the next level, either join the experiment or DM me to hear more about the money experience. It's literally going to change your business and life forever. Mwah. Bye.